get into some Golden State Warriors news and rumors. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Juan Toscano-Anderson officially gets a new deal. Now, we alluded to this last week that this was going to be in the works, but now it is official. They have signed the journeyman to a brand new 2-year deal, including next year being fully guaranteed at the veteran's minimum salary. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. He has become a legitimate contributor for this Golden State team, and I think he can be one next year when Golden State is probably more likely to be a title contender if a couple of things bounce their way and if Klay Thompson can stay healthy. Now, JTA is fired up, man. Said been up since 5:30. This was on Thursday. Said too excited to sleep. I mean, this guy is a true journeyman. This is a great story. This is a story of perseverance. This is a story of not giving up. Reminds me of P.J. Tucker a lot, a player coming out of Texas who played overseas for several years, finally got a chance in the NBA, and has put together a really solid NBA career. Maybe JTA is that next guy, now at 28 years old, finally getting his chance. 2015, he was an undrafted free agent coming out of Marquette. He played in the top league in Mexico for 3 years, the Liga Nacional, through 2018. Came to the G League with the Santa Cruz Warriors, spent 2.5, 3 years there before getting a 2-way contract with the Warriors, and now getting a fully guaranteed contract for next season. Bravo, Juan Toscano-Anderson. That is a true grind to go from undrafted, the top Mexican basketball league, to the NBA and being a contributor on a playoff team. Yeah, that's a job well done by JTA. Like this video if you love this story. Who doesn't love this story? This is a fantastic story for Juan Toscano-Anderson for the NBA. I am here for this, and I've loved watching him play this year, so give us a big thumbs up if you agree. Look, the numbers don't jump off the page, but the efficiency does. 58% from the field, 41% from three, by the way. He's a legitimate NBA rotation player. Defends pretty well. He's scrappy. He can bring the ball up the floor if you need him to. He's never going to be a star by any means, but he's going to make a little bit of money. He's going to put together a little bit of an NBA career, I believe, which is a lot more than he probably even thought just a couple of years ago, which is absolutely fantastic. I hope the best for him. I hope he continues to improve as a player. Now, part of this deal, or a part of this news, is that Jordan Bell replaces him as one of the 2-way contracts. So he gets elevated, JTA does, on the active 15-man roster. Jordan Bell, he gets a 2-way deal, so he'll play these final couple of games for the Golden State Warriors, but the focus, of course, is on Juan Toscano-Anderson. Could the Warriors trade for Karl Anthony-Towns this offseason? We'll talk about it here on Golden State Warriors today. The report from The Athletic is that the T-Wolves could shop Karl Anthony-Towns. Now, let's make this clear. Minnesota is not actively shopping Towns, at least to my knowledge. Now, will they take calls? Will they be willing to listen? If someone overwhelms them with an offer, would they consider it? I think so. I mean, I wouldn't put Karl Anthony-Towns in the category of players that are untouchable in the NBA. He's not like Steph, where there's no way the Warriors would ever trade Steph. He's really good, but most players are tradable. Now, John Krasinski, not to get confused with the actor, of course, this one, NBA reporter of The Athletic, had this to say on a recent podcast. Excuse me. The team that I would watch is Golden State. That's the team that maybe needs veterans around Steph and not their young pieces, and maybe lottery picks or something like that. So what's he saying there? What's he saying is that, look, the Golden State Warriors, they have young assets. They have young pieces that they can give away. You've gotten Andrew Wiggins. You've got that pick from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and you got Klay Thompson coming back next year. So you don't need these 23, 24-year-olds. Build around Steph. You got Klay coming back. You get another big piece like Karl Anthony-Towns. Hey, that's big news. This is a big offseason coming up for Bob Myers, for Steve Kerr, for this front office. We've seen how Steph has played this year. You got to go all in next year if you're Golden State. And if you get Karl Anthony-Towns to pair with Steph and Klay, that's exciting. Very, very exciting. He's not a great defender, but he's a 25-10 guy who can space the floor as a true big, good shooter, both from the outside and the inside. Karl Anthony-Towns is a heck of a player, and he's become better as a distributor as well. 4.5 assists for a big man. Very, very impressive there. We'll see what happens. I don't think Minnesota is necessarily actively shopping him, like I said, but again, you throw him 3 first-round picks and a nice young player, it could happen. Now, they're not going to take Andrew Wiggins back. You would have to send another player in return, but hey, who knows? Maybe Kelly Oubre in a sign-and-trade. There's certainly some options for Golden State if they want to pursue a Karl Anthony-Towns trade. Now, maybe he's not the most likely, but there's other names out there. Name a player the Warriors should trade for this off-season. I want to hear it from you guys in the comments. Maybe a Bradley Beal. Kristaps Porzingis has been floated out there. I would not do that with his injury history, but if I'm missing somebody, go ahead and name a player that they should trade for. Let's go ahead and discuss the playoff picture for the Golden State Warriors. They have 2 games remaining against the Pelicans and against the Grizzlies, both at home. And, of course, they are tied with Memphis for the number 8 seed as we sit right now. And just to add this note as well, they've split with Memphis in the regular season. What does that mean? It doesn't matter what they do against the Pelicans tonight. Tonight's game, meaningless. It doesn't matter. If they lose tonight and Memphis wins their second to last game, it doesn't matter. You still just have to beat Memphis the last game. If you win tonight and Memphis loses tonight, doesn't matter. You still have to beat Memphis the last game. Otherwise, you're going to be the 9 seed because the winner of Warriors-Grizzlies in a couple of days is going to have the tiebreaker. So if I'm Golden State tonight against the Pelicans, I'm resting my starters. I'm not playing Steph Curry tonight. I'm giving him all the fuel I possibly can for that Grizzlies game on Sunday. What do you guys think? Should the Warriors rest their starters tonight? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. I think it's a no-brainer. I would not play at least Steph Curry in this game. Get your votes in. Should the Warriors rest their starters against the Pelicans? And just to harp on this point even more, don't play Steph. There's no upside to winning this game. Literally zero. You win this game and the Grizzlies lose, I want to reiterate that point, you still have to beat the Grizzlies in the last game. Because if they beat you, you're tied again in the standings, and they have the tiebreaker because they will have won the season series. So I would rest Steph tonight. He's been unbelievable, but he's also had to play a lot of minutes. He's had to carry this team all year long. And by the way, that's coming off a year in which he was banged up last year. I'm not saying he's running out of gas. I think he's got plenty left in the tank. That being said, I'd rather have him as fresh as possible for Sunday. I'm just saying, because the key here is getting the 8 seed, because here's why. Here's the play-in tournament format. Sure, if you're the 9 seed, you can still make the playoffs, but you have to win 2 games in a row to do that. If you're the 8 seed, you get 2 cracks at it. You beat the Lakers or whoever else is the 7 seed, Mavericks or Blazers, that's not determined yet. You're in. You're the 7 seed. If you lose that game, you get another chance. You play the loser of the 9 and 10 seed, but if you fall down to that 9 seed, you got to win 2 games in a row. That's a little bit of a tougher task for any team at the end of the day. So again, I would sit Golden State or your starters tonight and go all in on that Grizzlies game, because this is where the standings sit. You can't get up to 7 and you can't fall down to 10. And just one final time, winning tonight doesn't matter. It's going to come down to that Memphis game on Sunday, because the winner of that will have the tiebreaker. If both finish 38 and 34, it doesn't matter who won the games earlier this season. It just matters who wins on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. Rest your starters, Steve Kerr. Do the right thing and go all in on that Memphis game in a couple of days. What do you guys think? What seed will the Warriors get? Type 8 for the A seed, 9 for the 9 seed. I'm going to go 8. I think they beat Memphis at home in that final game of the season. The Grizzlies are young. They're inexperienced. I think Steph Curry gets it done, and I think they will get the number 8 seed in the Western Conference. Welcome into NBA Now. We've got some jerseys available for you guys at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Wanted to tell you guys about these deals before we go ahead and get into the latest around or on today's show. Chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. We got Steph, LeBron, Tatum, Luka, all kinds of different jerseys available just for you guys. Man, look at the Mavericks little alternate greens there. Those jerseys and a whole lot more are available for just about $100. Get a LaMelo Ball jersey. Chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. That link is in the comments. It is also in the description. Don't miss out on this deal. Chatsports.com/NBA jerseys.